Well, the post gets mail has started arriving. Where are we? I think it was Tuesday today, I think. These are from Bunters Yard. A couple of the billboard signs. The Mackie D's. And the Catch the Train. And you've caught the plane. You're lucky if you can catch a train nowadays. Yeah, so we've got to find a home for those. We'll get them out of the box and just have a little closer look. So yeah, just a little bit of sort of 3D laser cut laser board with the printed, looks like a card. I think Graham at Woodhill Park Model Railway. Didn't see him at the weekend at Getz. He did say he was going, but whether he didn't bother or gave up in the queues like some other people did, I don't know what way he had to come. But I know when I left and went over the M1 heading south was gridlocked for some reason. But yeah, I know he thought the fencing behind these on the guy's advert was included, although he did contact him and the guy did send them back out. But I'd already seen these on his Instagram a while back and had a look. I was thinking I was going to get the Yorkie one as well, because that was quite popular back in the day when it with the Not For Girls bit on it, which you wouldn't get away with putting on stuff nowadays. So yeah, I've got to find a home for those somewhere on the future layout. But I think what else I've got inbound. I obviously didn't do a lot, and I'm now sort of getting to the point where there isn't a lot more I want. It's more buildings. I have got a fair price shopping precinct building doing, but that's it for the minute. Talk of the devil, and it will arrive in the post, although the time I'm filming it, it's rather dark outside, so we've had to enforce extra light because the camera for some reason won't focus. It'll focus there but not there, I think because it adjusts the exposure. I don't know. Anyway, it's come in a hard envelope. It is the precinct shopping 70s 80s sort of design, fairly simplistic. Here's a little model, looks like it's backed with, think of the word, the same stuff as the other one, MDF, laser cut, and I don't think it includes air cut brickwork. I'll have a look in a minute. And then just your inlay pieces to make the building, something like that. So obviously we'll have to make some interiors or 3D print some seating and bits and bobs, whatever we're going to use it for. The actual carcass of the building is MDF laser cut, and then we've got the finer window details to cut out carefully from the backer board and overlay to create the effect of the windows and the shop doors. So looks like it's all okay, apart from it's obviously been knocked out in the post. It doesn't look like anything's damaged, hopefully. Famous last words. Anyway, that's that. Well, I couldn't help myself. I've just been watching Peter Dixon's video here. I'll turn the music that. Yeah, that's the framework. As you can see, it's low relief. It's only about an inch deep or so, maybe a bit more. You get these little pieces to act as wall dividers for the ground floor, and these ones for the first floor, so you can make them completely separate compartments, or should you wish to have a double unit, you could obviously leave it open and have it as a showroom or something. So I don't think I've got them yet. I had some small SMD LEDs that got a very small PCB, a bit like the Woodland Signage ones, but considerably cheaper, which I may incorporate in the tops of the roofs or the ceiling sections. It doesn't come with a back, it's completely flush, so there is a bit of thick paper with it. I might look for some card or something. I have got some foam, or the I can't remember what that plastic's called, a bit like the for sale signs, but obviously that would increase the depth of the building slightly, but I could incorporate it. And then when I put the plastic card on the side, just allow it to be a little bit deeper to allow for a false back. But yeah, I'll cross that bridge when I come to it. Again, it's sort of a bit difficult. I would like another one, but obviously I don't want to buy one if I'm not going to use it. And until I sort of obviously have some ideas and plans with the layout as to whether I could incorporate, you know, a double unit or one each side to make a like little shopping precinct area or something that would sort of go with the 70s theme of the old station building there, which I was going to use as the entrance to, say, like a shopping precinct, rather than actually use it as a railway station. But who knows, it might end up being too big, or not. It'll get used. Obviously the tower block bit should be on the top there. It's the same one as Anthony's got on his layout, but it needs a little bit of TLC. I've just got to put some strips in there and glue it back in position and refit some light. There's a gallery piece with some lights in it. I did bid on another one that was unassembled, but I got outbid unfortunately, because I would have liked to have probably sold that one and built one from scratch, how I would build it rather than the way that one's built. But I'm going to repaint that, and I can't get colour photograph replacements to go in, which is why I would have liked one I could have built from scratch, because obviously you could have done coloured photographic rather than the sort of paper printed sort of. It's a bit toy-like, but obviously 3-foot rule prevails. You're not going to really tell. It gives you the idea that you know, there's stock in the shops and people standing there. I think one bit of it's supposed to be a post office, but obviously it's whatever you want it to be with the signs you put up. But yeah, there's still a little bit of repair work for that, and I've got a box for it to live in till it's required on the site, shall we say. So yeah, that may join it with the look of it. It arrived in today's post very promptly from the British Heart Foundation, believe it or not. It was an eBay auction win for the Fowler / Gaugemaster Dockside warehouse, I guess you could call it. I've already got one, but I did want to do like the scene there and have a pair, more like the old Hanseatic trade warehousing that we have on our own town area. But they are about £25 to £28 new, so I've managed to pick this one up for £13 49 pennies, including the postage. I've been through it and it is all complete, so that was a bit of a bonus, as they were a bit vague on whether it was an intact kit, because it was opened. But yeah, luckily. And all the way from Langshangpo, home of Tripitaka, we have a pair of double axle, or whatever you want to call them. And these were about £5, £6. And as you can tell, if you've had any other Hornby motors apart, they're basically the same motor for a third of the price, if not a fifth. So I've got a few on order that are now sort of drip feeding in. We did have this discussion that gets with Peter Dixon, obviously with his saga with his Akira scale motors, but I thought while this was sort of before I went down to Milton Keynes that I'd got these on order, so there's a few more that will be featured in forthcoming videos, which purely are just for spares should anything go awry. Going back to those motors once again, I was then about to find a home for them in my spares box, and I thought I could just show you. Can you tell which one is the Hornby spare part? Can't see the bloody things. There's just a little bit of lacquer on there that's showing up. Replacement one, dimensionally they are. So I just had a quick look. They cost me £4.98 for two, shipped with the VAT. This one is the X331 for the A1 Tornadoes. Probably fits other ones as well. Lendon's £9.99. Two of these, half the price. And obviously if you're going to salvage, you could take the suppressor off anyway if you were that fussed. And the reason the terminals are different is because they've bent them over to do the soldering. If you look, that's folded over. So it is the same motor basically, probably out the same bloody factory.